What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for man. I got a crazy topic to talk about right now. We got breaking news in the NBA right now. We got a situation where this news just came out from the Athletic via the Athletic. Uh, Damian Lillard has came out and said that he would like to play with Ben Simmons. What does this mean for the future of the Portland Trailblazers, the future of the Sixers? Is many variables that's going to be involved in that play here. But nonetheless, man, I think we almost to a resolution with this whole situation with Ben Simmons and Damian Lillard. Obviously, we all know the situation in Portland. They just fired Neil O'Shea, so it's kind of crazy right now. There's turmoil up in Portland. There's no direction to the organization, but I do feel like things are about to get rectified. CJ McCollum is going to be the mega piece prize to be moved in this deal. Trust me and believe it. I don't know. I think it's time for Portland just to shake shit up because they just been the same team forever. It's time for Portland to just make a do a change of scenery right now. I would love to see CJ McCollum with a healthy Joel Embiid. I think CJ is definitely ready to take that next step and that next role, which I think is, CJ could be a number one option for a team, a number two scoring punch. And I think out with the Sixers, he's just going to be asked to score. I don't think he's going to be asked to do 50,000 other things. Like Portland, they need so much help. CJ just can't do it all. So they need CJ almost to do to go like above and beyond in Portland, and oftentimes he falls short. And Philadelphia won't ask that of him. So I think that's going to be a good look for him. Definitely, I like to know everybody's thoughts on this situation with Ben Simmons and Damian Lillard. You know, Dame is averaging 21 this season. Ben has yet to take the floor. CJ is averaging 20. You know, I think Ben Simmons fits what my man is trying to do. Um, I forgot. I'm tripping out. Ben Simmons fits what Chauncey Billups is trying to do. His coaching style. I think that'd be a big time pickup if they was to get him. And I think it'd be good because then you slide Dame over to the two. Damian Lillard is not a real point guard, and I think Ben Simmons will be an upgrade over C.J. McCollum, a different type of player. It's time to have a different style. CJ and Dame is like they already capped out. That situation, we know what's gonna happen. It's going nowhere. It's time for those two to move on. I know they've been kind of like flirting with that idea for year after year, season after season, but finally we about to get things rectified. Ben Simmons, like I said, is like a laughing stock. Everybody's killing him, but I'm really interested to see what Ben Simmons is going to look like when he takes the floor because you don't cause all this hell and then come out and play like trash when you actually take the floor. I think Ben Simmons is going to wake the league up and put the league on notice that he was a perennial all-star. I know people make it seem. I think like shout out to Teamwork. He's on the panel a lot. I don't know if people familiar with the guys that be on the lives, but Teamwork is even. We've came out and said this stuff with Ben Simmons. This shit is just getting completely out of hand. You know how people making it seem like Ben Simmons is not an NBA quality player. You know that's why I think it's get problematic when we start talking like that. Ben Simmons is gonna be around a very long time, so don't rate off Ben Simmons. But I definitely wanted to bring this breaking news report to the people because it's definitely needed to happen. Shout out the movie. It says the movie fan. He said, "LOL." If y'all new here, hit that goddamn subscribe button. We got breaking news reports. There's breaking news in the NBA, y'all. Trey is about to go down, and I'm telling you now, this is gonna be one of the last grasps for Portland because right now Portland is on the ropes. There's a situation right now. Damian Lillard could be headed to New York City, y'all. The Knicks, they got all the draft capital, all the pieces. Damian Lillard is like really his last grasp right now before he just flat out requests a trade. Right now, he has all the leverage right now to leave Portland. You got the team and not underachieving. They just fired the general manager, the president, all in one. Well, he was the GM and the president, a new coach. You understand? CJ McCollum. They've never completely upgraded this roster, especially how these Western Conference teams have retooled. You haven't met up to expectations to compete with the Lakers, to compete with some of these Western Conference heavyweights. Where does Portland fit in there? So I think Dame has got all the leverage just to start making shit go crazy right now. Who would blame him if he just flat out came out right now and say, you know what, I want to get the hell out of Portland. I'm out. Who the hell's gonna kill him? I know I wouldn't, because the man deserves to leave. All of this shit. But Ben Simmons, I think he'll be a good fit, and I think it all depends on what you'll have to give up to get him. Is it CJ McCollum and what else? To get him out there to get him to make this deal happen, sooner than later. I know Ben wants to take the floor. I'm not buying any of the health situations with the mental health. I'm not buying any of that. Ben Simmons will never play another game for the Philadelphia 76ers. And when he returns to Philadelphia, I'm predicting a situation like when LeBron had returned back to Cleveland. That's the hostility that these people are going to have for Ben Simmons on his first day back in Philadelphia. Like I stated, I don't know if people ever been to Philadelphia or they familiar with the city of Philly. It's not no walk in the park. You don't spit in the face of Philadelphia and just walk the streets comfortably. There's a reason why Ben Simmons, he don't even want to be in Philly. You understand? It's not safe for him to be walking the streets of Philadelphia, to be conducting business in the city of Philadelphia right now. They got to get his ass out of there. They have to. If he was to take the floor right now in Philadelphia, the fans might take the floor, throw something. I know they're going to be saying something. You understand? They could be putting Ben Simmons in one of the most hostile situations he's been in a while. But nonetheless, man, I'm bringing breaking news report to the people. Ben Simmons, he could be headed to Portland, Oregon. I'm predicting, like I said, we ain't gonna know where he headed. Even if he goes to Portland, what does that really do? Yeah, is it a real significant upgrade over CJ McCollum? I think that's the question. Is getting Ben Simmons a major upgrade over CJ? That's what I would like to know right now. I think it's a different version of a basketball team. They're going to be playing a completely different style with Ben Simmons instead of playing with CJ. And what people don't underestimate with CJ is where you going to get that extra scoring. See, you underappreciate CJ because you had him forever, but CJ is solid 20 points, 20 plus a night, arguably giving you 30 on a good one. You understand? How you gonna replace that? Portland, you're already thin at scoring. You understand? You lost Melo. You understand? Now you bringing in, you trading CJ for. It would be nice if you could keep CJ and bring in Ben, but the chances of that is very unlikely. CJ is going to be put in that deal. Trust me, Daryl Morey is a shrewd operator. And CJ, I think he's got to be pivotal for Philadelphia. You got to put CJ with, what's the name? He said, yes, Ben's a huge upgrade over CJ. Yeah, he's an upgrade, but he's a different type of upgrade. Shout out Lance. Is a different kind of player. You understand? So it's just a different style. CJ is, like I said, how they gonna replace that scoring? Obviously, Dame head over to the two. I would think he would slide to the two to his natural position. So now with no CJ, do you just have Dame on an all-out blitz attack mode assassin spree? You understand? And you got Ben Simmons just force feeding him. I don't know, but I think Ben Simmons definitely helps upgrade the talent around them, because oftentimes we talk about Portland, they don't really have the talent, they don't really have the personnel. You understand? You bringing in a guy like Ben Simmons, he could upgrade the personnel that you have, being that you can't add nobody in significance. You got to upgrade the people that you already have. Now, what better way to do that than bring in a top facilitating guard like Ben Simmons, who can maximize the potential of everyone? So that's what I'm expecting to see. From Ben Simmons, headed out to Portland, even though it's not official yet. But in my estimate, I think this deal happens sooner than later. I think that Portland right now understands there's a lot on the table right now. Ben Simmons, you got Damian Lillard there. You don't know what the hell could happen. You understand? You got to do something to make him happy. Ben's an upgrade. I don't know about that. Ooh, so yeah, it seemed like everybody having some mixed reactions with this one. I'm telling you, CJ is a see people sleep on CJ McCollum. CJ is one of the most underrated players in the league. Y'all just act like y'all could just throw CJ to the can, not realize that CJ, how y'all gonna replace those 20 plus points a night? You understand? It's pros and cons. Like I said, you could be that's Dame running mate. You need to get somebody. If you could try to, I don't see it happening, but they're gonna ask for CJ in this deal. Um, but it'll be nice if you could give up Simmons and some of these other dudes that's on this roster. You know, a Nance and whatever you can. To if you, it would be nice to be able to keep CJ. Because I'm telling you, if they was to get CJ, Dame, and Ben Simmons, now you talking about a team that could fight for the conference finals and roll the dice when they get there. But I don't see that happening. Could be arguably a championship team if they put the right pieces around those three. If they was to add all of them. But let's see what happens, man. This is gonna be a telling story all year long, you know, with this Ben Simmons situation. He said exactly, Flight. He brings points on the board, especially when Dame is not hitting his shots. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, when you can't sleep on what this guy brings to the table. You understand? They will miss CJ, but could you imagine CJ with Joel Embiid for 1 second? CJ will be going crazy in Philly. Crazy. You understand? Man, you put CJ out there. Yo, CJ is gonna be that isolation player that they always wanted up there. That's gonna be like baby Shaq and Kobe right there. I'm telling you, CJ McCollum could go toe to toe with anybody out east. I'm telling you, CJ could go. Trey Young, you're gonna be in trouble. LaMelo Ball, he's not better than LaMelo Ball, but he can go on a situation in a playoff series where he can go score for score with Melo. You understand? You got the Celtics will want no parts of CJ McCollum. You understand? Who else? Milwaukee. Trust me, they can't do nothing with CJ. CJ will be one of the most unguardable players in the Eastern Conference if he was to come there to Philadelphia. CJ McCollum is an all-star player, all-star level player who's never made the all-star team because he plays in the Western Conference and there's so many loaded guards. You understand? But CJ is an all-star talent. I think we all can agree on that. You know, he would play major dividends for Joel Embiid. That would be a massive pickup to pair him with Joel Embiid and that talent on that roster. It could get real spooky in Philadelphia if they was to go get my man CJ McCollum out there with all that talent. You know, but shout out to Philadelphia. If y'all all joining in, this is a breaking news report. If you new, hit that goddamn subscribe button. You came to the right place. It's Flight Sports TV. We got a lot of content here. You might get lost. We going live. We live streaming tonight. You know, we got Bulls basketball. See Red Nation. I see you. You understand? We got the Nuggets tonight. We're gonna lay the smack down on them. You understand? You know what it is. We're gonna stay on our winning ways. It's Flight Sports TV. We ain't gonna hold the people too much longer. I just wanted to bring a breaking news report to the people this morning. You understand? News just broke out. We should be having a situation where this thing should get rectified sooner than later because it just has to. You understand? It has to. But I listen. I appreciate everybody's support. Y'all keep supporting these videos. Make sure y'all ready for this live tonight. It's about to go down. And check out those uploads we dropping. It's Flight Sports TV. We got breaking news today in the NBA. Ben Simmons, he could be headed to Portland at any given second. We're getting up out of here. It's Flight Sports.